Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Energetics Podcast. I am your host, Kara Bunde Dunn, and today we are talking about the freaking 1111 portal. It is November 11th. If you are listening to this podcast live on the day that it came out, and it is such a freaking cool thing. So, the way I think about it is like, have you ever seen repeating numbers? Do you ever see like 555 or 1111? And you're like, 1111, make a wish, like that kind of thing. Um, the 1111 portal, which is November 11th, 11 of the month, 11 of the day, it's a really powerful day because the veil is really thin. And what that means is our loved ones in spirit, our angels, our guides, everybody is stepping up to the plate to get our attention. And so it's a really cool time for us to like really tune in to what it is they're trying to tell us and what they're trying to communicate to us. So that's what this episode is all about. And I also have a really freaking cool offer. Um, People call like Black Friday. I'm calling this White Tuesday, the White Tuesday deal of all deals. So stay till the end so you can hear what that's all about. Okay, so what does the 1111 portal represent? So it is on November 11th, and it's a gateway for expansion, for manifesting, for awakening to yourself more spiritually. And honestly, it really is when the veil is thinner. And what I mean by that is there's less interference and less static in the line at certain times of the year where it's just easier for us to see repeating numbers, to see our animals, to see signs, to see cardinals, blue jays, whatever it might be. And so it's just a time for us to heighten our awareness, awaken our intuition a little bit more, and just tap into our own energetic frequency more. So, this is a really cool number as well because in numerology, 11 is a master number. It's a master number that means like if your birthday breaks down to 11, it means like you are here to do like deep intuitive spiritual work to higher level consciousness, if you will. And inside the Energetics Mentorship Community, we did a workshop on numerology this month. So that's probably why I'm like thinking about master numbers and 1111 and all that good stuff. But spirit is all around us. They got synchronicities happening all the time. And you're probably going to be seeing 1111 more if you're paying attention to this episode. Or you might be seeing like 222, 333, 555, all of those kinds of things. So it's not, you're not crazy. You're not making it up. It's just when we start seeing numbers, it's our awareness to like wake up. It is our angels and guides trying to whisper in our ear, saying, look at the clock. Look, pay attention, pay attention. And 111 or 1111, it's really just a beautiful message of like new beginnings. Manifest all that your dreams desire. Everything that you want in your heart is available to you. You're desiring it for a reason. And there are really cool meanings to all of the numbers. I won't get into all of them, but I will say this. If you're seeing repeating numbers and you're like, but sometimes I see twos, sometimes I see fives, sometimes I see 777. Oh my gosh, what does that mean? Well, it just means you're waking up and you can go look at what it means. Like, but all of them basically have an undertone of like spiritual awakened lessons, whether it's like new beginnings or balance or support or your angels are around you or change is coming, embrace the change with love, whatever it is. All of the numbers have an undertone of your angels and guides are supporting you. So if you wake up in the middle of the night and you're like, every time I wake up at 444 every freaking day for a week, or whatever it is just your loved ones, angels, and guides trying to get your attention, trying to like wake you up and help you pay attention to what is around you. Okay, so I went to the state volleyball tournaments this weekend. And the reason that I'm talking about this as it relates to the 1111 portal is because it was so cool to watch all of these communities and small towns like embrace their volleyball players and support them and all sorts of beautiful things. And I went early in the morning on the semifinal day, so on a Friday, and the finals were on a Saturday. So it's where all the little towns, right? Like one of the schools had only 15 girls in their whole 10th, 11th, and 12th grade combined. So, like, talk about making it to the state tournament with like such limited amount of players available to you, knowing not every girl is even athletic. So it was just cool. And one of the things that happened that was so amazing is I was watching this town. It's about like 5,000 people. And I seriously think their whole town showed up to cheer on their team. The team had never made it to a state tournament before, and their student section was banana pants. I mean, they had like signs and they were screaming and they were cheering. I made a reel about it yesterday. I was laying in the bathtub and I was like, oh my gosh, this is, well, I technically made it today, but when you hear this episode, it will have been yesterday. So clarify if I misspeak the yesterday, today. But I made a reel because I thought it was so amazing. It's like the crowd just was like, ah. And I have to tell you, that's what happens when your angels and guides like get your attention. And they use numbers as a way to do that. And when you start paying attention, they're like, oh my God, she's getting it. She's getting it. She's getting it. Holy moly's, they're paying attention. All of these things that we've been sending them, they're finally paying attention. And so I thought it was really, really cool about how collective energy cheers and celebrates. And it just made me think a couple of things. It made me think your angels and guys cheer as loud as those like high school boys did sitting in the student section. And it's a beautiful representation of community, of like cheering in a group, of coming and supporting a whole group of people, of rising up together, celebrating together, which is why I created the Energetics Mentorship Community, because I believe in the power of community and being surrounded by like minded people that support you and cheer you on and celebrate you as you grow and advance and keep expanding on your spiritual journey. So, I was laying in the bathtub and segue, by the way, segue, we're segueing. And I was laying in the bathtub and I was like, I get my best ideas there, in case anybody wonders. And I was taking a salt bath and I was just laying there and I was like, Spirit, what do you want me to know? And then I was like, oh my gosh, it's the 11/11 portal tomorrow. And I was thinking about the volleyball tournament and the students cheering and the sense of community. And I immediately was like, "Oh my god, I have to do something for the 11/11 portal. What do you want me to do?" And literally, like, as I was laying in the tub soaking, I could hear my spirit team be like, 11/11, 11/11. And I was like, "Okay, okay, 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 yes." And so I really truly was like, I have to make this offer to my community for $11.11. Like, that was what I did when I did the founding member rate inside of my community. And I was like, I have to do something with it along with this portal, this opportunity to help with the veil is thinner and help people activate their intuition and their angels and their guides. So as I was laying there, I was like, okay, I'm just going to set an intention to start to offer this if it's aligned, if it makes sense. And then I just heard a resounding yes, green light, green light, green light. So I was like, okay, that's what I'm going to do. So, as many of you know, I have paused my mediumship readings. It doesn't mean I've paused them completely. I actually do them inside of my Energetics Mentorship Community. I do psychic readings twice a month. And then I also do group readings from time to time where I do full mediumship, where you can talk to your loved ones in spirit. And that feels so aligned for me. It feels so exciting to serve my community members in that way. So many of you have been like, Carrie, are you going to do a reading? Can I get a reading? Can I get a reading? I have been asked, I can't even tell you how many times in the last 30 days for a reading. Well, if you are listening to this within a few days of when this episode came out, I want to let you know I am doing a group reading inside the Energetics Mentorship Community on Thursday, the 14th of November. And it's a 2-hour reading, and you can hop in and you can get a reading inside of the community, or you can at least raise your hand and get the opportunity to get a reading. There's always parallel messages for everybody, and I get as many people as I can. I rapid fire through. Sometimes spirit stays longer with somebody, and it's because there's like a message they deeply need to hear, or it's a message the whole community needs to hear. So if you've been wanting a reading from me, this is the best way to do it. Come inside the community and get a reading inside of the group container. Um, if you are not a member now, I am offering a 30-day trial for $11.11. It is normally a $44 a month membership, but because it is like, I call it like White Tuesday. You think like Black Friday is cool? How about White Tuesday? How about Angel Tuesday? How about 11/11 Portal Sale Day? That's what we're doing. That's where we're stepping into. So after the $11.11 30-day trial, you will get to lock in the membership for $22 a month. That is a 50% discount. And you will get workshops, meditations, live gatherings, a community space, and you get a full resource library of everything that I have offered inside the community, like legit everything. And when I'm talking about things like you get the Connecting with Spirit course, which is my $500 signature course. You get a 15 vault meditation pack. I have one, two, three, four, five, six, eight master classes in the masterclass vault. Things like understanding your energy, the law of divine oneness, how to meet your angels, how to speak your heart centered truth, how to call in signs, how to understand your astrology and your north node, numerology. I mean, all sorts of amazing workshops. You get them. They're in the vault and you get access to them. Everything that I have produced in there in the last 8 months, you have access to. So it's really, really, really awesome. And why not try it for $11.11? Like hop on in and give it a try. So I like to call that like 11/11 White Tuesday sale. I think it's way more fun than that. I don't know how long I'm going to keep it open for. I was thinking I would just do it for like 111 hours, which is about 4 days, but I don't know. We'll see. Whenever it's off, it's off. So that's what I'll say. Whenever spirit tells me to shut it off, I'll shut it off. But it won't be more than a week, 100%. Probably more like 3 or 4 days. So I would go in and lock that in if you can. Um, and the thing that I love about the community the most is that when I was opening up about 10 years ago, tying this back to this 1111 portal, I started seeing repeating numbers. And I was like, am I making this shit up? Like, I swear to God, I saw 222 on the clock again and again and again. Or like 1111. Why am I drawn to my clock at 1111? My friend, who's also inside of the community, does something called the Smile Revolution at 11:11 every day. She just looks up at her angels and her guides and she smiles. And she thinks, wouldn't it be amazing if every single person in the entire universe just looked up at the sky and smiled at 11:11, or every single person in the world, I should say. Maybe the universe, who knows what's out there. um, but I really started waking up and things started happening, but none of my friends were really talking about it. And I didn't really have a community where I could be like, what's this? Why is this happening? Can I ask a mentor? I want to phone a friend. Please help me. And so that is why 10 years later, I created this beautiful sacred community and I love it. Yeah, I absolutely love it. It's my favorite thing that I do is engage with the community and connect with them and help them to continue to activate their intuition. So, we're going to be doing all sorts of fun things in the future. We're going to be doing a holiday energy preparation. We're going to be doing a starting the new year activation where we're going to be activating our intuition and light codes. We're going to be doing Akashic records. I mean, so many beautiful things that are on the horizon in the next few months inside of this community. So, if you come in, by all means, say hi, introduce yourself, take the leap of faith. Just try it. Try it. See if you like it. What's the risk? It's $11.11. If you don't like it, cancel it and you don't have to keep staying in it. But if anything, use this 1111 portal as an opportunity for you to spend time with your angels and guides and have some sacred connection with them. I think it's a beautiful portal. It's a beautiful opportunity to open your intuitive senses, to feel more connected. I've got lots of free resources and free meditations and all sorts of cool stuff. So go grab that on my resources page. You absolutely can. And I will put a link to the checkout page for my community to get this offer. So the regular sales copy will say $44 or $397 for an annual. But when you click checkout, I have changed the prices on the back end and I will change them back again here very soon. So I hope that you can at least take a check it out, click on it, see if it might be aligned for you. And if anything, just spend this time in this sacred 1111 portal connecting with your angels and guides because they are always there to support you. Always. So until next time, I love you, my friends, and I'm rooting for you.